Hello everyone. So let's practice a reading comprehension passage. The passage is there on the screen. I'll mute my audio and give you a minute's time to either pause the video and read it, or you can take a screenshot. And I'll also scroll down to the questions. Similarly, you can pause the video and read the questions, or you can take the screenshots, right? So here are the first two questions. Kindly take a screenshot, or you may pause the video right now. So I hope by now you would have read the questions or taken the screenshot and read the questions or paused the video. So let's discuss the first question. So I do not need to read the whole text. The question is in front of you. I'll give the answer key and the solution for the same. The answer to this question is option A. The reason for the same is, if you look at option D, it is rather a course of action that should be taken. And if you look at option B and C, they are either, as option C is vague, or they are a little drifting from the main idea. Because main idea, if you catch the essence, is that there is a sort of hypocrisy that is operating at the Harvard regarding slavery, right? For that also, you can refer to this second paragraph where it says that these lines, yet in the recent years, right, until slavery. If you read this text, so definitely you can infer from these lines what is mentioned in option A. So that is the best inference that can be drawn. So now the second question. Second question says, which among the following could most probably be true? So the reason I read this question is, kindly understand the question to answer it in the best manner. It says most probably. So you don't have to look for a concrete answer which is definitely true. So it is most probably true. And if we look at the options, option D is beyond the scope of the passage. It is quite outside that. Similarly, option A is vague in approach. Now, out of option B and C, B is the correct one, right? Because this resonates with the main idea of the passage. Whereas C is a little disconnected from the passage, because as I mentioned earlier, it's about the hypocrisy of the regarding the slavery thing at the Harvard, right? Now, let's move to third question. And now, as we know, the main idea, theme cannot be very different from the main idea. If you look at all the options, they are in line with the main idea that is given in the passage. So all of them fall in line. In question fourth, it says, which would best complete? Now, for solving such questions, you need to go back to the passage. And as it is the last line of the passage, so it will be a sort of conclusion, which will be either a contrast to the whole idea, or it will be a continuation. So if you read the whole text of the last paragraph, and if you scroll down to the options of the fourth question, the answer is option A. Right? Because this logically continues with the information which is given. So either it should be contrast or continues. The reason option B is not the answer, because the others over there is a little vague in nature. In option C, it says it tries to rather give a contrast, but it fails to do so nicely. And option D is wrong, because as the transition sentence mentioned in the sentence requires some, this requires some connecting information to make it a correct answer. So something is lacking. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. It looks like it may fit in, but there is some piece of connecting piece which has to come into it to make it a correct answer. Now, the last question, I've already told you the main idea is regarding the hypocrisy that is operational at the campus. So option D is the correct answer, because because the question says goes against. So if you say, no, there's no hypocrisy regarding slavery at Harvard campus. So D says that most people will disparage disclosures of entanglement with slavery and insist that attempts to remedy past wrongs are unnecessary. So disparage is, that means they'll say that this they'll criticize, or they'll say no, this is not the right thing, whereas the passage altogether needs to convey the idea that the hypocrisy is still existing at the campus. So I hope this answers the questions for the given passage. Keep learning and keep growing, and do log into Ace Verbal app, or rather download the app for further such passages to better your score, not just in reading comprehension passages, but in critical reasoning as well. So keep learning and keep growing. Thanks for watching.